Okay friends, I am ready to take my weaving off the loom. To start, I'm going to turn my loom over and peel off the masking tape. This is also a good time to peel off the masking tape with my name. All this masking tape is just going to go in the trash. Then I'm going to turn my loom back over and I'm going to cut in the middle, like this. I'm just going to cut those warp strings. Then I'm going to turn my loom back over and I'm going to pull my warp strings out of the loom just on one side. Now my weaving's about halfway free from my loom. To keep my weaving from unraveling like this, I'm going to tie these strings together. So I'm going to start with 2 at a time. I'm going to make a fish shape, take the tail, pull it through the fish, pull these apart. Then I'm going to double knot that. So again, I make the fish shape, take the tail, pull it under, and tie it. Now I'm going to take these 2 and do the same thing. I'm just going to double knot each pair of strings. So now I'm going to do these 2. I'm double knotting it so it doesn't unravel. Then these 2. So by the end of this, you're going to be really good at tying knots. And then these last 2, I'm going to tie them together real quick, double knotting it. Now I've got all these strings and I've got nice tight knots that will keep my weaving from unraveling. Now I'm going to turn my loom over and I'm going to pull off these strings. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to take these strings 2 at a time and double knot them. So again, I'm double knotting. I'm taking my time, making sure I get each pair of strings. These knots are really important. If you don't tie all these knots, there's a good chance your entire weaving will unravel. So make sure you're taking your time and doing your best when tying your knots. And there we have it. I have a weaving, but it's a little bit stringy. First thing you can do is all of these extra strings, now's the time where you can carefully snip them off. Do this really carefully. You don't want to cut into your weaving. So go slow and take your time to cut off those extra strings. As you're cutting this off, be really careful too that you are not cutting your fingers. Okay, so now I've cut off all the loose weft strings and I am left with some string on the end of my weaving. You can do whatever you want with this string. You can leave it long, you can cut it short. If you want to be really fancy, you could even braid it, which I think would look really cool. But whatever you want to do with those extra strings is up to you. You can use it to turn your weaving into a bracelet. Maybe you just want to leave it as a bookmark. Again, that is up to you. I'm going to braid mine because I want to see what it looks like. Alright friends, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead, take your weaving off your loom. Have fun, amazing artist.